Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today I'm going to draw Mask Maker Daigo. I'm going to do a full body shot. So I'm going to start up here, the arm's going to come out here, legs down this way. So let's get up there. I'm going to do the hair at the top of his head, just behind the mask area. So that is sort of a bit sort of choppy, goes up and down a little bit. So I'm just going to put that in the middle of my picture first of all. Now he's got his mask in front of that, so it's going to do a nice little curve around that and just pop a line there and a line there around it. Now his mask has got the two horn areas, so I'm going to go up to about this point here. So from about here, just bring the pen up, scoot it up to about there, and then what we'll do, we'll just pop it downwards. So we'll just come downwards, just curve it around there like that, join it up, and on this side, so we'll come out from about this point, curve it up like that, just join that up there, then we'll come downwards around like that and just join up again. So we've got those horn elements popping out left and right. Now the rest of the mask is kind of curved, and chin area is probably around here, so I can go sort of continuing the mask down this way, sort of down here, kind of come around here to the jawline, curve it in to the chin, and down this way, probably going to go sort of down this way here to the jawline, and then curve it into the chin there. So it's quite a smooth approach there. Got an ear around this side, so I'm just going to do a hint of that. Some little bit of the hair coming around here. Hair sort of curls out as well, sort of kicks out sort of around this way, a little bit of a kick out there. And then might as well pop his eyelets in. So I'm gonna sort of come in from probably about this point here, just draw a little curve and up, and then just a nice little gap, sort of fairly oval. Same on this side, sort of bring your pen round, curve it up and down, sort of nice little oval there. And he's got those greeny blue eyes in there, so it's gonna sort of colour in and just leave a nice gap for later where I can pop in those eyes. Just gonna give a little hint, just a hint of like the little kind of lava cracks in the mask. So just gonna draw in some little sort of cracked energy lines around here, around there, and colour those in later on as well, but just nice to have like the black and white effect. And there's a few little just marks on these little horn areas. I'm just going to try and just pop them up a little bit more pointed as well. Yeah, that's cool. Right, so we've got the head in. I'm going to look at doing the neck. I think the neck will come down probably from about this point of the jaw, just sort of bring a line down here, and on this side just sort of smooth it down here. So I'm going to bring out the upper shoulder areas first of all. So just going to bring my pen out, curve it along there. Where I've drawn the neck down there, just sort of splinters off from there, just draw that upper neck and shoulder area there. Okay, now we're at this point where we can sort of pop in these cool little shoulder pads. So the shoulder armour, sort of shoulder pads, almost like little skull elements. So I'm going to go from this edge here, just bring my pen around like that. Just give a nice little feel of this, curve it back up and around. And it kind of goes around here to a curve, down like that, almost got a bit of a sort of the tooth element of a skull look there. Then I'm going to come back up, pop it out a bit here to that point, leave a gap. And I've got two like horned areas there, and then most importantly, got a little like eyelet just in there. A few little swoosh, little lines going on like that, just so that sort of cracked effect again. And then I can go to the other side. So this side, it kind of kicks over a little bit more first of all, a nice little oval. And it just sort of shows a bit of the armoured sort of skull there coming around. And then we've got kick up there and a kick there. That's all we need there. And then you can actually see the main shoulder area sort of around here. Got those bits in there. Gonna look at the torso area now. So that torso area is almost like a face, isn't it? So I'm gonna just come from here, just do a little peck element, which is also an eye. And from about here, it's got that sort of peck element again. We'll go back in a minute and draw the detail. And we'll come down this way. It's almost like those teeth areas will pop out. So I've got like a tooth area there. Then it curves in around there. Just on this side, I've got the main arm here. So I'm probably going to have the back sort of kicking down there to about there. There's two little side bits that sort of pop out. So just going to draw out this little sort of curved shape area there. Kind of see a little bit of it here. And then we'll continue that outer portion. So I'm going to just kick out here to the top of the legs, kick out here. And he's got these like additional mask elements on his leg. And what I'll do is sort of from this top area, I'm going to just curve it down here. Curve it around all the way down to here. Pop it around and in. And on this side, I think we'll sort of just pop it out here. Come around here, sort of like looks like a little teardrop sort of shape coming around there. Fill those in again in a minute. The center part of the legs is probably about this point, so just gonna factor a little line in there. Then I can do the legs to the knees, so I can come down this way, draw that inner leg, bring your pen down here to about this point. And on this side, probably down to about here. So just come in to about this point and we'll just curve the pen in to the inside of the knee there. Okay, next up, the knee pads sort of just set just slightly off the knee. So again, I'm just gonna just draw in like a little, almost like a little V shape, little bits popping up either side. And on this side, sort of around here, I'm just gonna, it's like little horns there, it pops down, curve it around there. And then I can go down to the boot area. So all I need to do this side is just bring it in to here. And here I'm going to start drawing that calf area, so just pop it around there like that. Okay, for the legs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the pen right out here and then scoot into there. From this side, I'm going to come out, this is a calf area, and down to there, curve that around there. And then what I'll do is just bring my pen up like that, scoot it up, so I've got that top area of the leg. While I'm here, let's do this foot. This foot comes out to about this point, so I'm going to just come down like this, scoot out there, round to the ball of the foot there, and up. There's a couple of little, looks like horn bits that pop up around there, so just sort of pop in a couple of those bits there. And then on here, I'm going to join a bit there, just come down sort of this way here. We're going to curve that up there, and then I'm going to continue this calf muscle down the leg to about here, pop it up to about that point, and we'll just scoot the pen down there. Again, we've got a couple of little horn bits here, so one there, sort of one there. And then this foot is coming out this way, so I'm going to curve that around to about here, come out back to the heel of the foot and up like that. Okay, let's scoot up to the arms. So this inner part, what we can do is sort of go from this pec, we can just come down here, draw a nice curve for the bicep, and then come out again here. Now there's another little mask element here, and I'm just going to draw a little curve like that, and then just pop a couple of little like horn bits there, join it up, there we go, like that. This bit here will just pop up to there, and then we've got the lower part of the hand. So again, we've got a little cool mask element here, so just going to bring my pen around like that, pop a couple of horns in there, join it up, come out here and in, and then with this hand area, we're going to go down like this to a thumb. We're going to come around like that to a bunch of fingers like that. Just going to bring it up, and then there's another little mask on the hand area. So I'm just going to draw looks like a couple of little tusks there and just join it up. This side, from the inner part, just going to come downwards here, join up there in mask area here, so a little blob, a couple of little horn bits popping up, join it up there. Again, there's another little mask area here, so it's almost going to just draw a little chip of it there. Then I'm going to come downwards here. There's another little one here, loads of these little masks all over his body. Come down and around there, just cut it off. And then the front of here, we've got this like little blob area. And then I'm going to come down this way for a finger and around like that. And it's just going to put a finger there and just pop a couple behind that element there. And actually around here, let's just pop a couple of little sort of V points. Show the fingers there. Okay, we've got that main outline done. Let's just go in, let's do a little bit of detail. So it's got a few more little mask areas around here. So I'm just gonna draw some little blobbed areas. And then what I'll do is just sort of draw in some little eye points. We can be really loose with that. Almost like little face features. Let's just be loose. We don't have to be super technical. And all these little bits we've drawn, little faces on there, sort of like little grimacing faces going on, kind of eyes, like eyes on these hands and things going around, eyes at the top here. There's a main one on the chest area here, so about that point there, just going to come down here, sort of draw a little nose in, and then he's got these kind of eye points there on the chest, so I'm going to just sort of draw these little eye bits in, and then he's got nice little waves that come around that, just like curve it around. So it gives a sense of almost like the eyes and the eyebrows around that, just like that. And then as we come down here, just going to mark it there, and I'm going to draw a nice wide little mouth coming around here, big old tooth there, big sort of V's for teeth there. And it's got a couple of other little teeth in there. They sort of comes down this way, nicely curving down. And then we've got a couple of teeth in here, and big spiky ones there. A couple of little curves in around here. And this goes to a nice kind of V point around here. This costume kind of curves up all around him, around the edges there. And this sort of comes out around this way. Just keep drawing some of these cool little curves in and kind of come down the leg areas. Nice little curves for detail. Got these little bits around here too. And in the arm area, just have to loosely draw a few little bits in like that. A couple of little eye points, kind of like eyebrows around here, and then little eye effects and noses, just again, just a little hint of these going on, little teeth, just gives that a nice feel for the kind of masks going on around here. Little sort of swirly, like little horn bits going on. Same in around here, sort of little eye shapes going on around there. Just draw some little eyes down here. There's almost like a little teeth areas and swirly bits and like little teeth around there. And then again on the feet, we kind of just give a hint of little sort of horn bits coming out, sort of popping out around there. Maybe just a little bit in here. And then, because he's so detailed, we're drawing all these little cool little swirly bits in. Just gonna pop around the edge, nice kind of chunkiness. Just around the edge, just to define the edging and just make him pop. Make him really nice and bold. Just making these edges really nice and powerful. Otherwise it all sort of starts to blend in a little bit. we'll just fit some of the sort of peck areas in here, these little bits around there. Yeah, that's defined it nicely there. I'm just going to pop a few little lines in here under the arms, around here, a few little sort of nudges. Maybe these little leg areas will just pop out a little bit. It's predominantly, the skin's probably predominantly dark. There is an alternative one which like comes up a little bit with the flame. Maybe I'll add a few of these cool little markings in, just to enhance the edge with a few little bits of hatching. Oh yeah, around here, maybe there's just a little bit of, yeah, those little lines coming in. Carefully just pop in a few more, sort of where the mouth is. Looks like teeth coming down here. Just define those eye little bits around here. And just pop a few more like that. I think I'll leave it at that. That is Mask Maker Daigo from Fortnite. Let me know what you think of the drawing. Let me know who else I can draw. Have a go yourself. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye for now.